Hey guys! Welcome to the most difficult video I ever made. 30 consecutive days of challenging myself to be creative in the paper quilling art. It took me 30 days to film this video and over 20 hours to edit it. But let me show you how it went and what I learned. I started this challenge on the 1st of August and ended it on August 30. My desire from the start was to be able to make a different quilling art piece each day and have a total of 30 pieces at the end of my challenge. And fortunately, I was able to complete it. Looking back, I really can't believe it. Funny enough, on the second day, I was already having trouble being creative. It was like my brain was out of ideas. But I eventually ended up making this card, which I really like how it turned out. It was one of my favorites to make. On the third day, it took me a couple of hours to figure out how I could make this flower, and I wasted quite a few paper strips in the process. But in the end, I was able to put it together, and that gave me a boost and a happy feeling. From day 4 onwards, things were starting to get a little better. Fortunately, creativity was starting to flourish. I was actually happy how things were going, and I was looking forward to the next days. One of my greatest difficulties each day was figuring out what I wanted to do in that particular day. Another difficulty that I had in this 30-day period was the fact that I also had to do other things each day, like normal day-to-day stuff, so I couldn't afford spending all day just on thinking of quilling ideas and then putting those ideas into practice. I really had to discipline my time well. But I would definitely say that I love how this challenge made me step outside of my comfort zone and do things that I would not have done had it not been for the challenge. It opened me up to new quilling forms and gave me an appetite to want to do it more in the future. So I encourage you to challenge yourself too, because you'll never know the beautiful things you can create unless you try. Of course, I'm not saying that you need to go to this extent of 30 days challenge, but at least take into consideration the idea of challenging yourself to make art. Some things might not turn out perfect, but you will definitely have something to learn out of the experience, and you'll cherish the things you were able to make. From now on, I'll be doing voiceover only on certain days, sharing my highs and of course, my lows. I think this day was probably my hardest. For some reason, nothing was working. I was trying and trying to make one thing after another, but every try failed, so I ended up making this card, which I admit I was not so proud about. Nevertheless, I continued my challenge. I had to. On day 15, I told my brother that I was thinking of quitting the challenge on day 20, 10 days earlier than what I had originally planned. I was just feeling overwhelmed by not having enough time each day to do everything I needed to do. But the response he gave me made me feel more at ease. He just told me to wait until day 20 came, and then I could decide whether I still wanted to quit or not. That simple, right? And I think it was just what I needed to hear. Some days we may feel overwhelmed and tempted to give up, but it's a blessing to have people around us who can encourage us at just the right time. And guess what? By the time day 20 came, I was feeling different and I didn't want to quit anymore. Afterwards, I decided to make a list of some of the creations I wanted to make in the following days, to at least have some ideas written down, and this helped me to clear my mind a bit. Trying paper quilling with lettering was something I really liked. I don't remember ever doing this type of quilling. I have done other types of typography quilling, as you may have seen on my YouTube channel, but not this kind that you see me doing here. that I've learned from these 30 days of doing paper quilling is that challenging myself was actually a good thing. It forced me to be creative, and seeing the joy I got from even some of the small simple flowers that I was able to make gave me a new excitement for quilling. As I was approaching the end of my challenge, every day I was rejoicing over the fact that, oh wow, 5 more days to go, and then 4 and 3. I could not believe I was getting so close to the end. It was definitely a learning experience, and just seeing everything I was able to make sitting in front of me on my table was a really joyful sight. Of course, there were obviously some creations that I liked more than others, but all in all, both the good ones and not so good ones made it an enriching experience. Comment below which one or which ones were your favorites, and if you would like to see a more in-depth video on some of them, do share below. I'm actually thinking of doing that for some of the creations I made. On the last day, after a bit of thinking, I decided the best way to end my 30-day challenge was by making a simple art piece with the name of my YouTube channel and Instagram page, Miriam's Quilling. So here I was at the end. I could not believe 1 month had actually passed by. This challenge has renewed my love for paper quilling and my desire to continue trying out its different forms. I'm looking forward to doing that more in the future, as much as I'm able to. Thank you for watching, guys. I do hope this video inspired you to challenge your creativity and see what interesting results come out of it. Have a great day and see you next time.